Welcome back, Vibe Chasers. I hope that everyone is having a great day. And if not, it is totally fine. Just find a way to make it better and you'll live. Jeez. So, today we're going to be focusing on 7 different ways to handle procrastination. I find myself procrastinating often. So, I said to myself, let me find some ways to nip this in the butt. And so that's when I said I probably should share this with others as well. So here you go. We always have stuff to do. We're always on a constant go. So when we do get a chance to finally rest, it's like bump everything. I'm getting ready to relax. I'm not going to do nothing. And there is nothing wrong with relaxing when you're always on the go. But the times when you find yourself relaxing and then you realize there's a task that needs to be completed, it's like you'll just sit there and think of all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. You'll literally make yourself believe all of these reasons on why you shouldn't do it, and then you'll wake up tomorrow and it's not done. And then tomorrow you'll realize it's not done and you're like, oh man, I forgot. Okay, well, I'll just do it tomorrow. I'll just do it next week, next month, in an hour, so on and so forth. And it just never gets done. So we have to figure out a way that we can nip this in the butt. Are you with me? Understand it won't get done until you do so. That was the first thing that I came up with when creating a list for always procrastinating. You have to understand it won't get done until you do so. For me, that works for me. That's one of the key things I'll say to myself to make myself get up and go. Also, realize in the moment that you're procrastinating, be aware that you're procrastinating. So you're sitting on the couch, you just realize you need to do something. You're giving yourself all of the reasons why you shouldn't. At that very moment, tell yourself, I am procrastinating. I am not gonna let this overwhelm me. I'm just going to get up and I'm just going to do it and I'm going to get it over with. That is another powerful way to think in the heat of the moment. Another way that you can handle procrastination is rewarding yourself. Once you finally complete that task, reward yourself. Whether if that's a movie, a meal, whatever it is that you like, reward yourself. Even if you were going to do it anyway, do the task first and then do what you were going to do anyway, aka the reward, because then you'll feel better. And the first time that you complete a task and you reward yourself, I know it may sound silly, but you're going to feel good. And then you start doing it more and more and more, practicing it, and you'll realize like it's not that big of a deal. Think about how much better you'll feel when you get it over with. So that's another way. I'll sit here and procrastinate about doing laundry. And then once I get it done and it's all put up, I just feel like there's a lot of weight off my shoulders. Now that can apply to any situation. But just realize that you'll feel good. When you go ahead and complete this task, be aware of how you feel in that moment. It's very important about being aware of how you feel in all kinds of situations. But just be aware of how you feel when you complete that task. You guys, you also want to make a list like I did. Make a list. You can sit there and say all of these things in your head, but I feel like when you write those down and you visually see those, you'll take it more seriously. There is nothing wrong with writing these things down. You also want to commit. So once you finally get off your butt and decide to get up and do something, commit. Okay? Realize that you just completed a task. Realize that this is the beginning of the journey. And tell yourself, from now on, I'm going to go ahead and do every task. And if you can't do every task, tell yourself, I'm going to try to do every other task. Now, it might sound silly, but you're trying to do something, right? So commit. My friends, we do not need to keep wasting time. We are only getting older, okay? Find ways to deal with procrastination. Vibe chasers, thank you so much for listening. I hope that you like, comment, share, or subscribe. Do at least one. I'd be so thankful. Also, comment below your tips on how you handle procrastinating. Vibe chasers, have a good night.